Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited because today we're going to unlock a hidden treasure chest of wisdom from over 100 years ago. Seriously, it's a super surprising secret about how true, lasting wealth is built, and it all starts with a question that might just flip everything you think you know about business. I mean, why not, right? Think about it. A brand new gaming console is about to launch, or maybe a massive snowstorm is on the forecast. Why don't stores just crank up the prices on that console or on the very last snow shovel? It really feels like they're just leaving money on the table. But what if they're not? What if there's a hidden, almost kind of magical force at play that's way more valuable than just a quick buck? Okay, let's dive right in. So, economists have this really cool name for this whole idea, the invisible handshake. It's this beautiful concept that there's more to the market than just simple supply and demand. It suggests that our very human sense of what's fair is actually this powerful force that's shaping, well, pretty much everything. So the theory behind it is called the dual entitlement hypothesis. Now that sounds super academic, but think of it like an unspoken promise between you and your favorite shop. You, as the customer, feel like you're entitled to a fair, normal price, what they call a reference price. At the same time, the store feels like it's entitled to its normal, fair profit. So when a company suddenly jacks up prices just because they can, it's like they're snapping a precious, invisible friendship bracelet just to grab a few extra coins. And that trust, it's broken. And this really gets to the heart of it all. In actual surveys, an overwhelming majority of people said it was totally unfair for a hardware store to raise the price of snow shovels right after a big snowstorm. We all feel it deep down in our gut, right? It feels outrageous, like we're being taken advantage of. And that feeling, it turns out, has huge economic consequences. So this really puts two gigantic ideas side by side. On one side, you've got the famous invisible hand. The pure, cold mechanics of supply and demand. But on the other side, you've got the invisible handshake. And this is where the magic happens. It says that our human desire for fairness is a key ingredient. Goodwill isn't just a nice to have. It's a powerful financial asset. It's like a secret garden that just keeps producing value for years and years. And get this isn't just a theory. Let's actually travel back in time to see this whole thing in action. We're going to look at an incredible real-world test that happened over a century ago during a massive gas shortage that put this whole idea of fairness to the ultimate test. Okay, so picture this. It's 1920, and the West Coast is running out of gasoline. Standard Oil of California, or SoCal, was the main supplier, and they could have charged pretty much anything they wanted. People were desperate, but they did something bizarre. They kept prices the same and started rationing gas instead. And here's the really strange part. Gas was actually more expensive on the East Coast where there wasn't even a shortage. Why? Well, because Eastern companies had to pay more for their crude oil, so customers actually saw that price hike as fair. And here it is, the big reveal. Researchers actually dug into the company's private records and found out why they did it. The company leaders weren't being silly, they were being incredibly smart. They were protecting their most precious asset, their public image. They were making a long-term investment, knowing that the trust they built during a crisis would be like planting a money tree that would bear fruit for decades to come. So, what does a gas crisis from 100 years ago have to do with us today? Oh, just about everything. This idea of choosing fairness over short-term greed isn't just about being nice. It is a powerful wealth-building secret. Once you know about the invisible handshake, you start seeing it absolutely everywhere. It's why you have to get on a waiting list for a cool new car instead of the dealer just auctioning it off to the highest bidder. It's why your favorite musician sells tickets for a fair price even when they could charge a total fortune. All of them are playing the long game. They're planting seeds of loyalty that are going to grow for years and years. And this, right here, is the golden secret at the heart of it all. True, lasting wealth isn't about grabbing every single coin you possibly can today. No, it's about building a strong foundation of trust and fairness. That goodwill becomes a powerful living asset, like a giant, beautiful tree whose roots run super deep and produces golden fruit year after year after year. So the next time you see a company holding back on a price hike that they could totally get away with, you'll see the secret. They're not being foolish at all. They're being brilliant gardeners of their own future fortune. So our question for you is, where have you seen the invisible handshake in your world? Thanks so much for joining our explainer today.